started in the Chase Youth Commission. The kids on the commission were like, hey, you know, music is an important part of kids' lives. Why don't you provide them with an opportunity to record and be taught by professional musicians and play in a Riverfront Park like this huge concert?
Hoffman Music has been involved for, basically, we've been a part of the musical community of Spokane for over 90 years. It was Hoffman Music started in 1913. Our job all this time has been to support the musical community by supplying equipment, instruction, our knowledge, and opportunities for them to pursue their goals. So when it comes to helping out the youth, it's natural for us. That's what we do.
I think it's very important to have both people like Dave and Wade as part of this, because it takes a lot, because there's only so much that we can do without the music knowledge that they have.
College Road began involvement with BOBFest in about 2002. I took over the studio in 2004, and one of the first things was BOBFest.
He donates 2 hours a band, and there's 12 bands in the concert. And that's a lot of money that he could be making otherwise.
It's just giving us an opportunity to reach out to the community and participate in something bigger than ourselves.
But that's always been our key, is just to, let them experience what it's like to be a rock star for a day. I remember performing when I was young and having that opportunity to actually get out in front of a crowd and perform was something that stuck with me all my life. I can still close my eyes and see myself up on the high school auditorium stage performing with my fellow musicians.
He's very committed, and I think that he just gets so much out of it by watching people do what he loves to do in the same respect.
And I want to make as many of those memories for the young kids that I can. Not a memory that you forget a week later, but a memory when they're kicked back, they'll remember the time they played at BOBFest and how much fun they had.
He arrives at Riverfront Park at like 5:30 in the morning with all of his guys, and he's just stoked. And they spend like 7 hours getting ready.
The most positive part of it is that is the connection to the community.
At the end of the day, it's just like they're doing something that's bigger than me, and that's why it's so important to me, because I'm part of something that's beyond myself.
Well, I think it's an opportunity for the community to support the youth.
And I feel better about myself when I'm like, hey, I'm making a difference in like 60 kids' lives today.
To show their support by attending the festivities, and also to really realize how much talent there is in the Spokane area.
BOBFest is extremely important to the community for the sheer fact that they get to watch kids do what they love.
You know, you think about a high school band, or at least a high school band when I was in high school, and they weren't really organized enough to even put on a show more than a couple of songs. But now we've got these groups that are coming in, and some of these groups are they're functioning at the level that I would expect popular music stars to be functioning at.
The young musicians are amazing, and unless you actually go out and see BOBFest or support the bands, you're never going to know that. And it's unbelievable, the attitudes, positive attitudes, and the talent in our community.
It's a wonderful event. It's huge. This is not something that we're going in small time.
It's a full day of fun in the sun at Riverfront Park.
Hoffman Music is setting up a substantial concert system, and the bands are really wonderful live. In some cases, they might even be better live than they're in the studio, because the studio can offer a certain level of nervousness and no crowd to feed off of. So when they're live, they're in their element, and the show can be huge.
And I would encourage everyone to come down, see the talent that is in our community, support the young musicians, and help them to achieve their goals.
The end rewards are huge. Just being able to sit back and listen to a fantastic product from these young groups, that in itself is very rewarding.
It's a family-oriented event, it's free to the public, and I'd just like to see everyone at least once experience the BOBFest.
You need to come to BOBFest because there's going to be 12 really awesome bands, and you could win stuff, and it'll be a nice day in the park, and you can get a suntan, or you can just enjoy the music and the people and see a really cool thing happen in Spokane.